Hey, it's 2008 and we're on the streets of New York asking New Yorkers about Sarah Palin because Sarah Palin, New York wants to know. What do you know about Sarah Palin?
Well, I don't know much about her, but I have friends who live in Seattle, and Seattle is just, across Canada from Alaska. So I've asked them, what they know about her, but I haven't heard from them. I'll have to get back to you on that.
She's an Armageddonist in her theology and a creationist.
She's pretty and charming, and she is a little scary that way because I think she becomes very disarming for the country, and we lose sight of what she's really about.
What would you like to know about Sarah Palin?
Well, I would like to know how she concludes that running or being mayor of a little town that has about the third of the population of Brooklyn qualifies her to be a step away from being the president.
How willing will she be as an elected official to not allow her religious beliefs to dominate her policy making?
If the Earth could speak, what would its response be to Drill Baby Drill?
I think the Earth may push us off. I'm not quite sure, but I don't think we'll be here much longer if we keep drilling.
Enough.
Quit poking me.
In regards to Troopergate, to what extent would you go to get rid of your brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law?
Well, we'd like to behave within the law, within ethics, especially if you're a public official. That's a person in that kind of position always has to have that in mind. It seems that the evidence so far is that she may have overstepped that. If she does, there's no reason she wouldn't overstep her responsibilities as vice president or president.
Anybody who deigns to be a vice presidential candidate, how dare they avoid a legal subpoena? I mean, I thought that was part of the jurisprudence of our country, was to abide by the amendment, which is stating that you have the obligation to show up for a subpoena.
Oh, that's a completely legal situation. I have to take my emotions out of it completely. And her doing what she's doing is really would state as to how she's going to treat the rest of the government, I think.
She just got her passport in 2007, went to Kuwait. Where do you think Sarah Palin, Governor Palin, should go next?
I think she should go back to Alaska and she should stay there. She doesn't need a passport for it. I think she should.
How about some more college?
I know, the Atlantic Ocean.
Anywhere. I'm a teacher, and I have one class with 25 students. Only 5 of them do not have a passport.
What's your definition of being tolerated?
I find that really offensive as a gay person to be tolerated. No, I don't want to be tolerated. I want to be accepted. I want to be completely equal, and tolerance to me is a really kind of offensive word.
It means not being tolerant.
How one engages difference, engaging difference in such a way that it does not infringe upon the rights of others.
If you were to speak with Sarah Palin about reproductive rights, what would you like to educate her on?
I'd like to teach her about tubal ligation. I think that's something she could benefit from a lot.
That I would not like to pay for my own rape kit to examine myself or to have my physicians examine me with, and that she should stay the hell out of my bedroom.
Yeah, women should have the right to choose. There should be sex education in the high schools and the junior high schools.
Just because you can, make a baby doesn't mean you should every single time.
Who's Joe Sixpack?
I don't know. Some beer-bellied fellow with a clutch and a six-pack.
Some guy with one of those bill hats and standing next to their pickup truck and swilling down the beer.
Someone I don't want to have representing me. I really believe that my politicians ought to be smarter than I am. Hopefully a lot smarter than I am.
What strengths does Governor Palin have to help solve the economic crisis?